things. What is happening to people when they're on psychedelics?
Well, you open yourself up to the spiritual world. I mean, and back in the day, sorcery were medicines and things of the earth used to channel the gods. There was a guy at church who would use that to access the spiritual world illegally. And they brought me into this meeting with him, and he started describing me a spiritual being that he would encounter being on these things. And he said, "Have you seen that?" And I would look behind him, and then there was that spiritual being that was not of the Lord at all. And that spiritual being was freaking out because I could see him. And so I told him, I said, "I'm telling you right now," I said, "you're opening yourself up illegally to the spiritual world using these things." I said, "The way that we access the spiritual world correctly has to be through the Spirit." See, people always ask me, where is the Holy Spirit when you're going into these encounters? It says to be in the Spirit. John said, "I was in the Spirit." So I practice going into the Spirit, whether that's speaking in tongues. One of the easiest ways that people say, "I don't speak in tongues," sing in the Spirit. That's why worship leaders, I literally am always this close to leaving my body is when worship leaders are singing in the Spirit. Because it literally thins out the spiritual realm. And so I'll find myself holding on to the chair because I'm like, I'm about to go, But getting in the Spirit, so speaking in tongues or singing in the Spirit is an opening way, a safe opening way through the Holy Spirit of going to the spiritual world. But psychedelics and all that stuff is coming through the back door, and you open yourself up to far greater problems that way. You end up getting a spiritual being you have no business talking to, because spiritual beings are nosy. They are nosy. Now, demons are silly. Other spiritual beings, they're nosy. They want to know what you know. Especially if you're sons, because you know things about God that they may not know they get from watching. And so I've had spiritual beings say, "Can you discuss with me?" Approach me, "Discuss with me." And I'm like, "No, not talking to you. Get me out of here. Lord, save me." Get me out of here. So through the Holy Spirit, speaking in tongues is a great way. Singing in the Spirit is a great way to go into the Spirit to practice encountering supernatural things.